Hello, today we're going to be talking about my Emdeko Ja21 sewing machine and why I have decided to sell it. This machine takes high shank presser feet. It originally had a 1 amp motor inside, but I upgraded it to a 1.5 amp motor, and I did not skimp on the motor by going with the cheap Alpha Sew. Instead, I went for a more expensive motor, so you really do have a lot of power in this sewing machine. This machine has a pretty wide harp space, and that's really great for doing quilting and those sorts of things. And the feed dogs do go all the way down so that you can free motion quilt and those sorts of things. And I really like this machine for that reason. It's pretty much just a straight stitch and a zigzag machine, but it does come with the design cams you can use for decorative patterns. But I know that most people, especially nowadays, are not going to use those design cams, and you really don't need them. You really only need a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch for most sewing. Me personally, I seldom ever use this sewing machine, and the reason why is because it weighs 33 pounds. And if any of you have watched my channel before, you know that I love sewing outside. I like to be able to carry a sewing machine into the outdoors and to sew out there and listen to the birds and watch the animals, and even sometimes sit out in my garden and drink a tea or something like that. But I can't do that with this machine, and it leaves me stuck in this one corner of my room, and that really makes sewing not so enjoyable for me. So for that reason, I don't use this machine. And this machine is one that has a lot of memories in it for me because it was the first machine that I got, and I actually started my first blog website based off of this machine, which was called Japanese Class 15 back then. Then I changed over to thimblebook.com, and this was always a favorite amongst my readers. But at this point in time, I think that I'm ready to part with the machine because my room is becoming too crowded, and I also have a few other machines that I would like to push out. So if you're in my local area and perhaps maybe interested in getting a good solid sewing machine, then I will try to list this on both Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. And then if you're not in my local area, we can try to arrange some sort of shipping, and I will try my best to pack it up really, really nicely so that no damage or anything like that happens to the machine in transport. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the condition of the machine. When I got the machine, it had this ding here on the top, and also on this side right here. See if my camera will focus. Right here is like a scrape. That was already there, and there's like some light scuffs along the edge here. But this machine was produced in the early 1950s. So this is an old machine. You're not going to get paint that is in pristine condition on a machine like this on average. But otherwise it is in good condition. And it had a screw right here, and I still have that screw. I just removed it because it kind of impedes my sewing. It gets in the way. It's like a bump that goes over top of the throat plate there, and I didn't like it, so I took it off. But you will get that with the machine, along with all of the original design cams and the original manual, which I do have. But anyhow, this is just a really, really lovely machine, and I'm sure that whoever ends up getting it in their home will really enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to receive more sewing related content. Peace.